Good morning. I think I'm live on Facebook, and on ScrewTube. Happy Saturday, everyone. Again, apologies for the darkness. This is my studio, my vehicle. So this is the best I can do until the sunlight comes up a little bit. I apologize for that. I don't know why I'm apologizing. I cannot control nature. But anyway, yes, here I am. I'm trying to I can't think of the word. Cast. Okay, yeah. Multicast on to Facebook as well as YouTube. So I'm hoping it works out this time. Yesterday, it didn't work out. For some reason, I saw a notification at the bottom that couldn't sign into Facebook or whatever it was. I think it was because I was trying to do multi-fees. I don't know. Whatever. But I'm here. Happy it's Saturday. My last day of the work week. You know, it's another long day where I'm at work from 3 to 6 and then 9 to 2:30 and then from 4:30 to freaking 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's how every Friday and Saturday is with my 3 jobs. Fernando here, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con. Happy to be here, as always, talking to you. So here we go. I was mentioning this yesterday. One of the reasons why this guy went from hating Trump, not a libturd, not a liberal, not a Democrat, just listening to the libturd jerkwads in the left-wing media. I don't know. I just didn't know. Call it ignorant. I didn't know that the liberals on the left-wing media were actually lying. I was, grew up watching news, seeing updated events. I used to wake up every morning, watch NBC News. I didn't know because I wasn't into politics. So I just listened. I assumed that the news was real because, I grew up with, a lot of old school reporters that told the truth, and it just over the last 10 years, the TDS and politicians and bureaucrats who favor power, didn't want to lose it, pretty much had these hacks in the media lie for them and follow their marching orders, but it's whatever, I'm glad I woke up, the real woke. But anyway, libs versus conservatives. Arguments that always started showing me in the beginning of my awakening. These losers on the left, how dumb they sound, how idiotic they sound. And growing up, the like that I did, as I said yesterday, common sense in me just realized, holy shit, these people sound crazy. And just one, it's not really a libturd. Well, it is actually. But this woman, I forgot to get the details. I remember when this happened, and I saw this when it happened, and I was like, wow, what is going on? But it's in Congress, and it has to do with whether men can have babies, I believe, and transgender. Anyway, her defense. People, I say again, if you're watching me, thank you. I'm not a big time YouTuber yet. I'm hoping I will be, because making fun of these libturds is easy. They make it easy. Listen to this and you tell me, is this normal? I mean,
Professor Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important
Because of
for
my
us-
line of questioning? So
Because-
we can't talk about it?
because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist
I'm
is
denying that trans
dangerous.
people exist by
Are
asking
you?
you if you're
Are
talking
you?
about women
Are you?
having pregnancies.
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can
So
get
you're
pregnant.
denying that trans people exist? Thank
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you? Or are they
Absolutely.
also treated like this, where
No, no, no,
they're
they're
told
allowed
that
to
they're
question.
opening up people to
Oh,
violence
we have a good
by
time in my
questioning?
class. You should join.
Oh, I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot
I
just in this
know,
exchange.
absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Yep.
You think that's normal? Her argument? Diarrhea in your face. I don't know what happened over the last 10 years that, I mean, you know, transgender men, because there are two genders, have always existed, you know. In a sexual world, it's there's always been gay men, gay women, transgenders or wannabe women, because there are two genders and there's men and women, men trying to be women, but it's always been that way. But in the last 10 years, because of all this woke bullshit, this is the kind of nonsense these people on the left argue about. It's comical to people like me and you, if you have common sense and you're not a fool. But when I was watching this, when it first happened, I was like, wow, is anybody else? Nobody's there. What? I'm really, this is what you're defending? Anyway, that kind of shit pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? I said this yesterday. You know, if you got a penis, you're not from Venus. You know, it's just how it is. Got a dick, you ain't no chick. And you definitely aren't going to get pregnant. It's a mental issue. It's a mental disorder. Gender dysphoria. It's you know, men who think they can have periods. Every single one of these. I mean, don't get me wrong. What's Kardashian's dad? It's dad, because even if he thinks he's a woman now, but he's conservative. But you listen to that person, that individual talks with common sense. Granted, he wanted to be a woman, that's fine, whatever. So Olympic athlete, gold medalist, decided he wanted to be a woman, it's whatever. But you listen to that person speak, as far as transgender men being in women's sports, he has common sense. He talks the truth. And I keep saying he. Well, I don't care if he's a conservative. He's a he. That's that. But this argument, you're not going to like it. If you don't, you got problems. You're an idiot. But it is what it is. Now, as I was saying yesterday, when liberals confront conservatives, 99.9% of the time, they look like idiots. They may cut, footage. They may take stuff out of context and make it look on their platform, like CNN, CBS, NBC, ABC. I'm going all day. All these liberal media hacks on the left in the media, they always have to edit stuff to make it look like they're the ones that are right. But when you watch the whole thing, you realize they're idiots. And every single time they look like idiots. I mean, this one time where when Elon Musk took over Twitter, the schmuck interviewer, reporter, was talking to him about the all the negative net violence and hate speech and all this stuff. But watch how Elon handles this schmuck. It's hilarious.
You use Twitter.
Right.
Do you see a rise in hate speech? Like, I don't.
Personally, my For You, I would see I get more of that kind of content, yeah.
Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use, honestly, I
You
don't.
can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why, because I don't actually use that For You.
Well,
only look at
hang
my,
on a
my
second.
following.
You said you've seen
following.
more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and
Well, then how did you see that hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen for you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying
Then I say so that you don't know what you're talking about.
really.
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high. That's a false.
No. As I already said, I don't use that feed. But
Well, then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content and then couldn't name a single example.
Right. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time.
Wow.
Let's move on. That's what libturds on the left media always do when they get caught lying or they get caught being stupid. Because the looks on their faces when they get caught, it is what it is. It's just, especially with Scott Jennings that I post all the time. I actually thought I had one of his clips and I forgot to edit it. But the looks on the libturds' faces when a conservative speaks the truth is, it's glorious. And I love watching it. I love watching these libturds melt down and always get caught lying, but it is what it is. I think I have another one. Again, it's just me, so you're gonna see my hand moving around because I gotta do the touchy thingy, but not myself. Just saying. But here we go. Let me go with Tucker Carlson. A while back, I think it was in Australia, where this liberal freaking reporter was asking him. I wish I had the whole clip. I should have looked for it. It was a little longer, but just this one piece. But the longer version, he tears into this liberal reporter. But this clip is enough. This is enough to tell you, not only do they lie, but they take stuff out of context. They exaggerate stuff. And they try to make people believe. But Tucker was one of my favorite reporters, opinion hosts ever. Still to this day. I miss a lot of his stuff because due to work schedule. And sometimes I forget to watch his stuff. But I always get notifications because he has a Tucker News Network. I forgot what it was. I can't believe I forgot what it was. But he has his own thing now because obviously Fox and him, he was just too much for them. But watch this against this liberal Australian reporter. Just a clip. I wish I had the longer one, but this is awesome.
In the past, you've talked about how white Australians, Americans, Europeans are being replaced by non-white immigrants in what is often referred to as the Great Replacement Theory. This is the same.
Have I said that whites are being replaced? I don't think I said that.
Well, it's been mentioned on your show 4,000 times. And
Really, when did I say that?
On your
I said
show,
whites are being replaced?
You have said that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I would challenge you to cite that because I'm pretty sure I haven't said that. I said
I mean-
native-born Americans are being replaced, including blacks.
Native-born Americans.
Native-born Americans. Black Americans have been, African Americans have been in the United States for, in many cases, their families over 400 years. And their concerns are every bit as real and valid and alive to me as the concerns of white people whose families have been there 400 years. So I've never said that whites are being replaced. Not one time. And you can't
believe
cite
that's
it.
untrue.
So we just met, but when our relationship starts with a lie, it makes it tough to be friends. So
Well, I mean, you've been lying
let's
about
pull
my
that back. I'm
Press
happy to
Gallery
explain
colleagues
what I
all
do
morning as well.
think.
As I was saying, never argue with a liberal if you have common sense. Because not only will you make them look like fools, like they are, but some liberals can be violent. Especially if you're arguing face to face. I mean, look, if you look at me, I would love to argue with a liberal. But my thing is, being that I'm a retired fighter and I have the past that I have, I'm not a violent person, but I have a tendency to like to embarrass the shit out of someone. So it won't be polite. Me making you look like a fool won't be polite one bit. Trust me. You may want to fight me. Then I got to defend myself, and I teach Kempo, so you're done. But I'm just saying, don't condone violence. Kind of. But anyway, no, I don't. But it's an argument that's old. You speak with common sense, you're going to win. You tell the truth, you're going to win. You lie, you're going to get caught sooner or later. And the last year, 2-3 years since COVID, they've all been getting caught. Why? Because of people like you that watch people like me, conservative podcasters, YouTubers. getting more people to watch, because most people are on here on their phones watching YouTube and watching, listening to podcasts and Joe Rogan and Dan Bongino and Tim. I can go on all day. I'm hoping one day I become as big as they are, so I can have more info, more access to stuff, and not just sit here and rant, as an ex-gang member, somebody that grew up in the ghetto, Hartford, Connecticut, just pointing out the obviouses that I see, because it's obviouses that I see. It's all it is. But who am I? I'm just some Joe Schmo with 3 jobs, struggling right now financially. I mean, as soon as I get off here, I got to literally call my phone carrier to give me another week to pay. It's just times are hard. And I can't afford everything, but it's whatever. I'm still struggling and trying to get by, and still enjoy coming here every morning, except for Sundays, to talk to you, because I really do like this. I really look forward to this. It's ridiculous. My wife sometimes will be talking to me. I'll be on there looking for stuff to talk about, and she'll be like, "Are you listening to me?" And I'm like, "Oh, crap. Oh, shit. I'm wrong for that. I apologize." And she's patient with me, you know what I'm saying? But I look forward to this. So I'm hoping that as I grow, or this grows, I give you better content. It'll be easier for me. I do everything from my phone. Literally, all this stuff you see, I do it from my phone. 5 to 10 different apps until I see something that looks kind of cool. And, when I was a fighter, and I was looking forward to have pants with all the stickers. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, I like to make things look a little bit better for someone who's trying to see something that's interesting or entertaining. So, sometimes I can be funny. Sometimes I can be serious, like today. But when I'm talking about these liberals on the left, these jerkwads, it's always funny because they're all idiots. It is what it is. This one video I mentioned before, how violence is from the left. I talked about this in one of my past videos. I don't think it was live. It was just one I was talking about. They always talk about the fringe right or violence and white supremacists and all this bullshit. But every time they get caught in a lie, they're the ones that get violent. They're the ones that want to try to assassinate Trump. They're the ones who try to, everything that has happened that's violent, it's always been from the left. But this one video, I saw it probably a year ago, that I have to post now. This is what the left, this is the people who voted for Kamala and the rotting bag of oatmeal. This is how they behave. I wish I would have been there, because I would have had ball. But this is how they behave. It's everywhere. When they see a Trump supporter.
So here we are at Exhale Vapor City in Tucker, Georgia, and I have just been asked to leave the store. He greeted me. That was nice. I did find the item that I wanted, and the next thing he said was that he'd like me to leave.
If you do not stop recording in my store, I'm going to call the police and ask you to leave now.
Please call the... That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. We can call Fox 5 and all sorts of stuff. I'd like to...
Do you see the difference in attitude? The conservative Trump supporter versus the liberal jerkwad acting the way he's acting because this guy is a Trump supporter. You see, this is what pisses me off. Yes, I laugh at people with masks on and I make fun of them. Yes, I see somebody with a Harris Waltz sign or see people with a Biden shirt and I make fun of them. But I'll talk to them respectfully. I won't disrespect them. I won't tell them I don't want to talk to them because they support who they're going to support. I don't do that. We don't do that on the right. Us conservatives do not do that. But these liberals on the left, they're crazy.
I would like to purchase something here. Please do call your boss because I will be calling corporate.
Go for it.
I am looking forward to releasing this video because I just want to purchase something.
Off, dude! Off! Get the off in here, man! Can't stand your racist.
Racist?
Yeah.
Sir,
Right?
I'm not a racist.
I got a in my store.
See how calm he sounds?
He's wearing some
Conservative?
He's wearing some Trump shit, got some racist bullshit up in his head and shit. I'm not serving anyone that has to do with that. He's a treason.
I don't have a problem with you, sir, whatsoever. I don't. I just want good health care for my kids. I don't have a problem with the color of your skin or yours. I'd like to purchase some of this naked vape juice, though, if that would be all right. All right, see, because Okay, here's where we're at.
Leave the store.
Here's where you're at.
Leave the store.
Here's
Leave
where-
the store.
here's where
Leave
we're at,
the
dude.
store. Off. I don't give a get out.
I can't do it. I can't do it. That thing was probably like 3 minutes longer with this jerkwad losing his shit. This is how they do it. This is how the left acts. Did I just say acts with an X? All right, I won't get into it. Because even with my ghetto background, I will never say that. I know how to pronunciate words properly. But anyway, this is how the libturds act around conservatives. We never do that. You know, I've watched several videos where a conservative black person, Spanish, whatever it is, where they'll go, they're not allowed in a liberal rally, liberal event. They're not allowed. They lose their shit. As opposed to any liberal Democrat goes to a conservative rally, Trump rally, whatever it may be, are welcome with open arms. Look it up. It's everywhere. It's obvious. It's what it is. Common sense, as I always say. One thing about, you know, I was watching Thomas Sowell, and one thing, it's not what he's saying about the 3 ways to shut a liberal down, but one thing I can say is, when you tell a liberal, please, show me. Or you're saying there's racism? Show me. Prove it to me. You're saying that the right is violent? Show me, please. As compared to what? When you ask these liberals to point something out or prove it, they can't. Or they'll take something that's out of context, and that's their proof. But then when you show them the actual context or what really happened, they get caught. They look like idiots. They look like fools like they are. And major shit on all of their faces, because it is what it is. All right. Yes, I get a little emotional because it drives me nuts. You know, the life that I had, giving me the common sense that I have, and seeing how foolish these people are on the left, it pisses me off, because this foolishness it affects everyone. You know, after COVID, lockdowns, masks, which idiots still freaking wear now. I'll never see that. I've never actually been, I hated wearing masks. And I knew there was something funny about that. I just didn't think it made sense. But it's whatever. There's a bunch of stories I could tell you about the mask wearing thing and me, but I won't get into that. It is what it is. My favorite thing, I should get a saying with my face on it, saying, it is what it is. Me. But here we are, watching this guy. Again, hopefully everything works out pretty good here. I hope that if you're watching me, even a little bit, that I can share, even a little bit. If I made you smile, it made you say, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. Even if it's a little bit, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be here Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. on hopefully Facebook and ScootTube. And I'll share elsewhere. Please, if you like my content, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Help out if you can. There's some links in my YouTube channel. Much is appreciated. Anything's appreciated. Hopefully get this make this better. Because I've mentioned before, I don't want to just talk about politics. Yes, I'm a conservative. Yes, I'm an ex-convict, ex-gang member, martial arts master, or whatever you want to call it. Retired pro fighter who changed his life. I mean, I can talk about a lot of stuff, compare a lot of stuff. I like to talk to anyone. So if anyone has any questions, please just write in the comments, or if you're on Facebook, on the like button, hit the like button, and do what you got to do, is we do every day. As I said, I gotta get off of here, call my phone carrier, and hopefully I'm not shut off in half hour, because then I'm screwed. And you already know, life's a bitch. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I don't know if you saw my Christmas video that I was looking forward to Kansas City Chiefs. It's kind of, I had my Kansas City Chiefs hat. I've been a fan of Kansas City Chiefs for probably 3 years. I've always kind of liked them back in the day. I never not liked them. There's one team that I actually was on the fence with, but in the last couple of years, they've been kicking ass. So that's, to watch my Christmas matches was kind of cool. I had my Kansas City Chiefs hat, and one of my presents was a Kansas City Chiefs slippers to walk around the house. I love it. Plus a bunch of Trump stuff. You already know. Have an amazing day, everyone. Fernando here, the conservative ex-con. I enjoy doing this, talking to you every morning. Today, it wasn't a lot of funny stuff, but it's obvious. It's common sense. as my thing says, it's easy to make fun of them. They make it easy. They make it easy for us to make fun of them. So, happy weekend. I'm sure I'll see you Monday morning, 7 a.m. Tomorrow I might post a short. I'm sure I'll find something to make fun of and clip it to a 1-minute video and laugh it up. Talk to you guys soon. Again, thank you. Love you guys. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. Later, guys. I'm hoping I'm putting the right thing here.